fucking bitching.
Are you ready for combat night?
How's everybody doing today? Mitchell Chamale in studio today with a young up-and-coming prodigy, in my opinion. And that prodigy is none other than Timothy Abdelshehid.
Yo, what up, what up?
How you doing, Tim?
I'm all right, man. Just vibing.
Yeah?
Yeah, man. Just living.
So I'm excited to have you in studio today, man. You know, you obviously work with us at Combat Night, one of the few fighters that's in the mix with us. I've known you, I felt like, since almost the beginning of your journy.
Yeah, you're like first one fucking I gotta not curse. Okay,
you can curse.
Okay, I gotta watch the profanity. You're like the first one to actually like help me out in my career. It's crazy. Like took me under your wing.
Oh, well, dope, man. I didn't realize that. I don't know why. I liked you from the first time I met you.
Yeah.
I actually missed your very first fight though.
Yeah,
I don't know if you knew that or not.
I think you did. Yeah, because someone was in the UFC.
Yeah, I was cornering Hannah Goldie.
Yeah.
And it was the very first event I ever missed. And it was a kickboxing fight. You fought Shane Godoy.
Yeah.
Who is now your teammate.
Yep.
Interesting.
That's my boy.
Yeah, interesting.
Teammate, homie. Yeah.
And he's also a weight class above you.
Yep.
So you fought up a weight class for that fight.
Definitely did.
Yeah.
Ate a Chipotle bowl the night before.
You learned your lesson from that though, huh?
Oh yeah, absolutely, man. It's very humbling.
Yeah, well, you know, I would say out of all the guys that I currently am like within arm's reach of,
yeah,
I think you're one of those guys that is really got a good head on his shoulders, and you're able to learn from other people's mistakes.
Yeah.
You also are very smart and intuitive when it comes to the fight game. You're not just winging it. You care about your nutrition. You care about your training, not just in the gym but outside of the gym.
Yeah, for sure.
It's funny. I've watched firsthand pro athletes before you were a pro. Now you're a pro as well.
Yeah.
But I've watched you break multiple pro athletes with your conditioning routines and all the extra work you put in outside of the gym. And you were an amateur doing that. So
yeah. I mean, I look at it like if you don't work hard in this game, there's no fucking point of doing it. Like there's million other fucking dudes that want what I want. So it's like if I'm not working as hard as they're working or harder, they're gonna
Yeah. No, that's the case, man. I tell guys all the time that you want to be the hardest worker in the room, but if you think about it, there's 1,000 rooms.
Exactly.
So there's 1,000 people that can be the hardest worker in the room. So just by being the hardest worker in the room doesn't even mean you're the hardest worker in the state or in the county.
No shot.
So if you're not the hardest worker in the room, or you're not striving to be the hardest worker in the room, good luck ever making it. And if you do make it, good luck staying there. Because in my opinion, making it nowadays is pretty easy.
Yeah, staying
there is the hard part.
Building a brand, building a name for yourself.
Yeah.
So a lot of dudes just, I don't know, they get there and then they're like, I'm here, and then they get fucked up. So.
Yeah, it's almost like they set a goal to make it to the UFC, but then when they get to the UFC, they don't set a new goal.
Yeah.
You know, I want to be in the top 25, or I want to get a new contract. Whatever that new goal might be, and it's very hard to it's hard if you don't have a carrot to chase.
Yeah,
it's hard to stay there.
Yeah.
So and unfortunately, a lot of guys see the carrot as the UFC, and sure that is a carrot, but in life, you have to chase multiple carrots. Otherwise, you're just going to fall off.
Yeah, for sure. No, just getting there I feel like getting there is, you get a few good wins. You're knocking at the door to UFC, but staying there is, you gotta finish people. You gotta be entertaining. You gotta be able to talk, all that shit. And it's like a lot of people, and you gotta be able to fight.
Yeah.
It's the part a lot of people fuck up. You gotta be able to fight.
Yeah. No, I see. I've been telling a few guys this recently, is that they've released multiple athletes that were on winning streaks that had good records, and it's because they're not the full package. So they're able now to be picky. Back in 2000, they just wanted the guys that wanted to fight. There's a lot of guys that are training and fighting now that would beat those guys in the year 2000, and then by like 2010. You started seeing guys being able to mix it all together, and you couldn't just be one dimensional anymore. So the next phase was like, now you have to be multi-dimensional.
Yeah.
And now we're moving into this phase where it's like, you have to be multidimensional. You have to finish your fights. You have to be entertaining.
Yeah.
You have to have a brand. And if you don't have all of that, there's someone else that does,
Yeah.
and they'll bring them in.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, there's you definitely got to have a brand. And I mean, look at what's his name, Brand Moreno. He won the Ultimate Fighter. They kicked him out. I mean, he got a few fights. They were boring fights in the UFC. Kicked him out. He came back, became a champ. I mean, he learned his thing. You know.
Yeah, learned his lesson. Well, man, I wanted to find out a little bit more about you before I get too far along. And you know, there's a lot of stuff going on. What you popping over there, man?
Got a little zinny zen.
Bruh, let me see it.
Fuck, I can't close it.
I don't do that shit in here, bro. Come on, man.
Oh,
free.
right.
That is it, bro. It's cleaner. It's better. It tastes better. If you want to do some nicotine, here's some free. Please, I don't want to see no Zins in here anymore. Zinners aren't allowed in here.
Freeze.
Sinners all day, but Zinners not around me. I don't want that kind of company. I'm gonna free you real quick. There you go. You're welcome. And if you need more, let me know. I'll hook you up after the podcast as well. We got 100 Poucheesies.
Shout out free.
There we go.
Fucking giving these to people after they win their fights.
I love those videos.
Dude, some kid stuffed like his whole mouth was full of them. I was like, yo, these are 15s.
I'm sure they were in the bathroom shortly after.
Facts.
Even if it was for a minute. So tell me, man, how did you get, it's funny. A lot of people know that, they know you're a fighter. They know how active you are, but you're young.
Yeah.
You just turned 22 in June.
Yep.
You're already a professional athlete, which I think is another big factor in making it nowadays. You got so many guys who, man, maybe they do start fighting at 18 or 19, but they're taking 1 or 2 fights a year.
Yeah.
They're just dragging it out, and they take a year off because they want to party or because of whatever.
Yeah.
But you've started young and you've stuck with it, and now you're a pro already at the age of 22. How did you get started? What was your first experience with MMA, and why did you decide to go this route?
So my first experience with MMA, my brother's friend Austin Otto, he was a fighter. He fought for combat night. He was training, and he had a fight. I went to his fight. That fight got pulled out against some dude, and then after that, he got another fight booked, and I went to that, watched him get knocked the fuck out, and I was like, damn, I kind of want to do this. It's kind of weird, just retarded, because he got knocked out. But I don't want to get knocked out. But that was like my first introduction to MMA, and then ever since then, I was like, I had like a little itch, and then my brother took me to Jungle, and then started training there. Trained there for like, I don't know. I think I started training when I was like 16. I trained there for a while, and then I took my first fight, and then got over to Fusion and started, working, started chasing the goal, dream.
Okay. So your first experience was watching a close friend of yours get knocked out.
Yep.
And that made you want to fight. It didn't scare you and make you say like, oh, I don't know about that.
No, not really. It was just like, damn, this shit's fucking, this shit's cool as fuck. Because I mean, I used to skate, so it's like you get hurt, but getting knocked out is a little different than getting hurt. It's like you die for a second or something.
Yeah.
Like that.
No, for sure. Especially, I think I remember the fight you're talking about. That was a really brutal knockout.
Yeah, it was.
He was fighting Fidel, I think, and they just met in the middle and started slugging, and they were both thumping with each other. Austin was one of those guys that I really enjoyed watching because he came to throw down every time he fought.
Yeah.
And it's a shame he doesn't fight anymore, but I know he's got stuff he's doing in life, and that's what happens. It's that like you never know how long of a window you have in the game because you get a girlfriend, or you have a kid, or you get a real serious job, and to me, that's the hardest thing about fighting is juggling life with fighting, which you do a really good job of for your age.
Trying, bro. It's just hard.
Bro, when I was 22 years old, I was just trying to juggle women. That was it. I was trying to juggle women, and I couldn't imagine running a business. I couldn't imagine fighting. I couldn't imagine even really living on my own. Like I had a couple of roommates, and I was in college, and I was getting like, government, grants for school and stuff. But at 22 years old, you've managed to start a pro fight career.
Yeah.
You also run a business, and I mean, you live on your own. You know, you and your girl have a place.
Yep.
And I couldn't imagine doing any of that. Like at that age, it wasn't until I was about 28 that my head got cleared. What in your life has led you to be so independent and so capable at such a young age?
I mean, honestly, man, life for me like happened real fast. All my friends were always older than me too, and like I just like see, because they were older, so I'm like fucking 16, they're 18, 19, so I'm seeing what they're doing, and I'm like, I don't want to go down that path, and then I'm just like learning stuff, meeting people, and not going down bad paths, and then had to learn like I gotta do something if I want, like, for myself, because I hated working for people. I worked for multiple jobs and stuff. I hated it. I hated being like told what to do or whatever. So I started my detail and shit. And I don't have to really, I mean, I got to listen to people, but that's like the customer, you know, customer's always right.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, it was just life happened early for me. Lived with my brother. I was like 16. I moved out. I got kicked out of my dad's, and then lived with my brother fucking since then. I mean, well, now I live with Naomi. Shout out, Naomi. Love you. There you go. I said it.
Early. You got it in early too.
Go.
I like it. Tim has learned his lesson about making sure he shows his girlfriend love. I like it.
Yep. There we go.
You're probably going to get in trouble, though, for me pointing that out. So I'm sorry ahead of time for getting you in trouble, but good job. It wasn't even prompted. There was no prompt there.
Nope.
It just happened.
I just said it.
For the record.
Where were we at? What was I saying?
Kicked out at 16, moved in with your brother.
Yeah, and I lived with him since I was like 21, basically, and then yeah, just been on my own. Well, not my own, you know, my brother. Now I'm with Naomi.
Yeah,
living.
Yeah, just I heard a lot of bottle noise. Sounds like somebody's playing a lot. Well, dope. Yeah, that's like I said, man. You know, you hear a lot of kids getting kicked out of their house at 16, and they're probably not buckling down and trying to figure out life. They're probably going out and partying.
Yeah.
You know, couch surfing for a little bit with friends and that kind of thing. So it's cool that you chose this different path. And I always say that, you know, when I see a guy like you, when I see a guy like Brian Santiago, I want to like bring you guys in and help you guys as much as possible, because I just know what a fuck up I was when I was your age, and how easy it was, how easy. I mean, I was so distracted with everything in life, just you name it. And I allowed it to distract me, and I didn't chase my goals. I didn't start training or fighting till I was like 26 or 27.
Yeah. Your first fight was a pro fight.
Yeah. And my first fight was a pro fight, but like, I just can't, I can't for the life of me, you know, say like, especially with like the way a lot of this generation is today, where they're so content with eating trash, playing video games, and not really having any goals, or, you know, just being so short-minded in the way they live their life. And then, so when I run across people like you, even, you know, right now we have a young lady who just turned 18 running the podcast, in
Wow.
Raina White.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And it's dope to me that she's so driven at such a young age as well. And my biggest concern with all you guys is like, man, and I don't know, because I haven't been there, so I can't say like it maybe even isn't even a warranted concern, but it's like, I don't want to see you guys get burnt out, or feel like you know, you're chasing this carrot so early and you don't get it right away, because like in today's world, instant gratification is so important to a lot of people. They want it now, and so like I want to do everything I can to make sure you guys stay focused and stay on track. And it's not just you guys, you know, there's so many across the really state of Florida right now. It's like you, Joe Gonzalez, Brian Santiago, Seven Perkins. There's a lot of really, really talented up and comers. So
Joe and Seven, there's some killers, bro.
Yeah. So it's Shane as well. You know,
Yep,
Shane's getting, he's still young, but you know, he's another one who's got like a real job, and you know, is making real money and helping his family out, and about to go pro as well. And it's just like, anything I can do to help those guys out, I'm gonna do it, because there are really so many shitheads in general at y'all's age, especially. So if I see a kid who's driven and like real focused and trying to get after it, it's like, yeah, I want to help that guy get after it.
That shit helps out a lot, bro.
Yeah. Well, I'm happy to help, man.
Yeah, man.
So tell me, when did you start your business, and give us the details of the business?
So I think I run an mobile detailing service in Central Florida, Top Care Auto Detailing, or not Top Care Detailing. That's what the LLC is formed under. I've been doing that since I was a junior in high school. I mean, I was like, it's crazy. I'll skip school. I'll go clean cars. And I just always did that. I worked on boats for a while. Yeah, me and my buddy Alex, we started it, and I just kept it going ever since, man. It's just keeping it going, alive. It helps out. I get a lot of cars off you. You help post my shit, you know. Fucking people hit me up, and they come to their house, clean their car.
Yeah. And, you know, I mean, you keep giving me a lot of credit, and I appreciate it. That's dope. But in all honesty, I mean, the credit goes to you because you're still doing the work. You know, I'm just pressing buttons on the computer, sharing. But
yeah,
for any fighter out there, there's any athlete out there that is running a business, and you guys are running a good business. You know, your guys doing quality work. One, I'll give it a try. You know, and like I let Tim and Alex at the time. Alex is another one. I like him a lot. You know, he moved to California to chase his dream of jiu-jitsu, and he's doing his thing out there in California. But I'll pretty much give anyone a chance. I'll try out their product and see. And if it's good quality work, I'll share it. You know, tag us in your stuff. If you run a business and you're in the fight game, I want you guys to be successful, and I want you guys to be able to focus on fighting. So if you're detailing cars, if you're doing accounting, if you're, you know, whatever it is that you're doing as your side hustle to go along with fighting. We got Bruno Perez that replaces windshields. So many people that do different things. Hit us up, tag us in your stories when you're doing your work. We'll share it, bring you some business. But also what goes with that is like our brand and name is very important. So if you're doing shitty work,
you got to do some good quality shit, man.
Because I'm going to hear about it. My people are going to tell me like, yo, I hired so-and-so and he did this or he did that. And I'll say over the dozen or so people I've sent Tim's way, I've never had anyone say anything, you know, and myself, like when I got that first detail done, I remember you told me the price, and like, I don't ever get my car detailed. Yeah. Like I just didn't, you know? And you told me the price and I was like, all right, it's kind of sounds a little pricey. Like we'll see. And then I got my car back and I was like, well, you came and did it at my house. Number one, convenience. So I'm willing to pay the extra money for convenience.
So a lot of people are.
And then the quality of the work. And I was like, yo, these guys crushed it. They did a really good job. I was really surprised. I walked around my truck and I remember trying to find like dust spots or like something wrong with it. Even the rim, I was looking at my rim because, like, you know, now, especially working with me at Combat Night, I am
very meticulous. Or is that the word, meticulous? Or
meticulous, anal, jerk, prick, you name it. I am all of that when it comes to work. Yeah. And so I was looking for something. I remember getting in my truck and I was like looking in the crack of my seats. I was like, man, I can't find nothing wrong with my vehicle. I was like, these fools really cleaned it to a T. The windshield. I have my car detailed so many times, and maybe I spent like 15 or 20 bucks less than what I paid you that day. Yeah. But I went to them and the quality of work was nowhere near it. And I'm talking about grown men, grown men that run a business, have a shop. And the quality was nowhere near the quality I got from you guys. And I was like, all right, well, I'm showing these guys love then, because here they are at 19 at the time, 19, maybe 20.
Somewhere around that.
And you guys crushed it. And I was like, man, that is crazy to me, because I think it was before I met you, I really thought your generation was like shit.
I mean, most of them are shitheads.
Yeah.
All my friends are shitheads.
So I was like, you know, I'm going to give these guys a shot. And like I said, again, it was really quality work. And then everyone who's gotten their car done by you, they've always told me thanks for recommending and, you know, connecting you with them. So they appreciate it just as much as you appreciate it. So it's kind of like everything works together. So tell me about the fight career, man. Like, you know, you took your first fight.
When I was 18, 2 weeks after, like a month after I graduated high school, fought Shane, and then got my ass beat. Took like a year, just fucking grinded, bro. Jiu-jitsu, boxing. I was like, this.
How did that feel to take that loss in your debut?
It was humbling. It was like but honestly, I'm happy it happened like real early, because not a lot of people would have stuck to it after that. They would have been like, fuck that shit. But I was like, nah, I'm a grind. I'm gonna put my head down and work. That's exactly what I did. And I I started boxing with Craig. That helped a lot with my hands. We were drilling, working all the time. And then
that's the Danger Team, right?
The Danger Team.
Craig Duncan out here in Castleberry.
Duncan. I haven't gone to him in a while. I want to go check out his new gym. But
I keep telling you, man, I'm not saying your jab's not good, but your jab was something serious.
Yeah.
When you were regularly with Craig. It was so sharp. It's still sharp, but it's, you know, whatever Craig's doing over there. I know he has Valentine Woodburn as well. Yeah, he gets you boys right. So sorry, continue on.
Where was I at?
You went to Craig.
Went to Craig's. Yeah. Started grinding there, and then I also went to Tiago Dominguez Batata. Right.
Batata.
Helped my jiu-jitsu out because I was training. Me and Alex, we were training like 2-3 times a day, bro. We were just grinding, and yeah, and I took another fight again. When was it? Like 2023 or something. It's up there somewhere, right there. 2023. That card. When was it? April 30th. Ramon headlined that card with Martin Day. I fought Alex Rodriguez, and that was my first MMA fight, and that was a good fight. That was a little back and forth. Got hit. He got hit. I took him down. He took me down. Stuff like that.
Yeah, that was a really fun fight. I enjoyed watching that fight. I remember that night.
And then took him to another fight against the tough cat out of South Carolina. Was it Devin? Yeah, he armbarred me. That was another one. It was crazy. That fight was crazy because I was like winning the whole time until I wasn't winning, and I was like, damn. Yeah.
What'd you learn in that fight? Do you feel like you took away from that fight?
I think I rushed that way too much in that fight. I was just too eager.
Yeah.
Just yeah. Then I learned. Then I learned my lesson there. I just slow down.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I just took another fight after that. And what was it? Jacksonville. I think I fought
Gavin.
Yeah, I fought Gavin, that boring ass fight. He just held me the whole time, but I was on top. Couldn't do shit to me. Then another one, what was that? Fort Myers. That one.
Okay.
That was a good little trip out there.
That was a fun fight. That was a fight where I felt like you were comfortable. And that was like, for me, the first fight I saw you in the cage where it was like, all right, you're not rushing things. Mm-mm. You're having fun. Yep. It didn't last very long, but very good at your striking looked very on point in that fight.
That fight was awesome. The whole environment, that whole like weekend was just dope. We were in Fort Myers, some roofing convention that they paid you to put on fights. And man, that one was a little. Should I say it? Should I say woke up with $1,000 in my bank account the next day, which was crazy. I didn't get paid to fight. It was what was it?
I don't know what he called it.
I don't know what he called it. He called it something, but it wasn't paid to fight.
That was dope, though. I mean, I know you didn't expect that.
Fuck no.
After the fight, the guy just came up and was like, more or less, I'm going to sponsor you. Like, this was a really exciting fight.
Yeah.
Thought you were $1,000.
Yeah.
And there was no reason for it. He just did it.
Yeah. No, that was awesome. I was like the first time getting money from I was getting money to fight, basically.
Yeah.
And it was awesome. It was the first I guess that's like a little taste being a pro right there. Just wake up, check right there, fight. That one was cool. And then what was another one after that fight? I think I fought Joey Sampa.
St. Pete.
Yep. Took that fight. That one was another good fight. Almost got my arm broken, but I didn't.
That was very I think everyone in the venue, whether they liked you, hated you, or
everyone turned around, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, if you watch the video, everyone in the corner, Angel, Julian, Mike, they all turned around and said, oh man.
Yeah.
I'm just chilling.
It was very, very, very deep. It was scary. A funny clip of Naomi surfaced around.
Yeah.
And guys,
viral.
Here's the thing, like Tim is honestly, he's like my homie. Like I always say he's like my third child. But I don't care if my third child does something that is highlight worthy or get something done to him. It's going on Instagram. It's just like across the board, we have a policy of no one is safe.
Yeah.
You know, you'll see the people that the social media guys sometimes roast me. We roast whoever. So if something happens to you, and if you're a prick or you do something, whatever, like we're gonna show the world and let the world decide what they want to think about it and do about it. So that was one of those.
For combat night, just know you do some shit, you're gonna get you're gonna get a reel out of it.
Yeah. But here's the important thing: if you want to make it at the highest levels, me and JP were talking about this, and like if you miss weight with us, yes, there might be a reel about it, and people are gonna know that you missed weight. But I mean, even if it goes viral, let's say 3 million people see it.
Yeah.
if you miss weight in the UFC and that's your goal,
That's millions of people seeing that shit.
no matter what,
Yeah.
millions of people are seeing it. If you miss weight and you're a douchebag, bruh, hundreds of millions of people are going to see it and they're going to talk about it.
Yeah.
All day up leading up to your fight. So if you can't handle the media and the content here at Combat Night, UFC is probably not for you.
Yeah. Shoot, my opponent missed weight, and I was getting comments on one of the videos like, I got the skinny kid losing and shit. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't even do nothing.
That's just the way it is. You know, people form their own opinion. And what I've learned about the algorithm is I feel like whatever is the first couple of comments, if they're showing love to you,
Yeah.
then it's going to be love for Timmy. If they're for whatever reason they don't like something you did, you stuck your fist out on that one.
Yeah, I think that's what.
And the kid put his face on your fist.
Yeah, I didn't touch him. He went to it.
Yeah, it was first time I've ever seen that too. But the kid actually started to like kind of headbutting your fist, and I was like, all right. But people were mad, saying like, you know, you're touching him and stuff, and it was like, you know, everyone has an opinion online, and it is what it is. But that's the way the posts go. It's like whatever side they take, it's going that direction, and that's it. You know, and we could post the same video a month later, and they could go the other direction. Yeah. And that's just the way it is. It's funny how that, yeah, you never know. So after the Joey fight,
we went down took a little trip to South Florida, fought Pablo
Hernandez.
Yep. That was a quick fight. Just, I knew I was gonna take him down right away. Just grapple.
Yeah.
But I don't know. A lot of people didn't like the glove touch thing. I wasn't trying to be an asshole. I didn't even realize I did it until after the fight.
I think a lot of people don't realize, you know, the adrenaline's pumping, it's going. But yeah, you were a little bit of an asshole. Yeah, like, it's okay. You touch glove and then bing, bing. But, you know, Pablo was there for it. It's not like Pablo fell backwards and tried to quit. No, he hit you with the right hand.
Yeah, he was game.
So he was there. He was ready to fight. And that's what you should be. Whenever you touch gloves,
you got to be ready to go.
Ready to go. Actually, when the bell rings, like if you choose to touch gloves after the bell rings, cool. But
you got to be ready.
You got to be ready to go. As soon as that bell rings, you got to be in fight mode. I tell guys all the time, you can touch gloves, but don't walk up with your hands down and like, man, no, be on your toes, right hand up, put your hand out, touch gloves, circle. Don't half-ass it. Because I've seen a lot of guys. We had a guy, I forget, it was the same card you fought actually against Alex, your debut in MMA. And the guy off the glove touched through a right hand and knocked out somebody.
No way.
It was right off, I mean, literally off the glove touch. Hit him like a 2-3.
Yeah.
Put him on the ground, started ground and pounding him. Didn't care. The whole crowd's booing him and he's like flicking them off. At the end of the day, I mean, obviously we're in the age of like social media, so the world's gonna see it.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, on the record, just a W.
That's all that matters.
Or an L.
Yeah. There's
no asterisk. That's it. Just a W or an L. Quick funny story. There was a fight a long time ago at Combat Night. It was actually it was Aaron Rosenblum and man, I can't remember his name right now.
How long ago?
The fastest knockout in Combat Night.
Culpepper?
Culpepper, Quentin Culpepper. If we could get that video up at some point, that'd be a cool reaction video, maybe at the end. I'll save that for later. It's crazy what happens, but I'll give you the backstory now. Basically, there's a lot of heat between these two gyms, and Quentin came out to touch gloves, and Aaron was like, "Nah, I'm not touching gloves." And so he came out and went to throw a punch at him, and Quentin turned his glove touch into a check hook.
Nice.
Knocked him out.
Nice.
I mean, like he fell against the cage stiff.
What was this at?
Tallahassee.
Nice.
You're one of the only guys I was sitting here thinking about when you were talking about the fights that you fought on.
Yeah, fought everywhere.
You fought in every city.
Yeah. I wanted to do that on purpose just because, like, when you're pro, you're not fighting in your hometown. Like, I mean, obviously, we here at Combat Night, we're lucky. We get a lot of events in Orlando, and there's a lot of like hometown guys. Even in other cities, they get to fight in their backyard, basically. Wake up in your own bed and go fucking fight. But I chose to fight in different cities and travel and get that experience for when I'm a pro, so I know how it feels to travel, cut weight, or travel while cutting weight, and show up, be ready to fight.
And guys, that's something that it's open to everybody. Not everyone takes advantage of it, but you have to consider and you have to think about the fact that if your goal is to get into the UFC one day, well, guess what? You're gonna not fight in your hometown. I mean, UFC comes to Florida maybe once a year.
Maybe.
And it's considered your hometown if you're from Tallahassee and you get to fight in Miami.
Mhm.
Even though it's a 8-hour drive, that's considered a hometown fight if you're in the UFC. So if you have the opportunity to travel and fight, you know, especially here in with Combat Night, there's not a lot of promotions that travel the state. So at least you're still getting that comfort of fighting with a promotion you're familiar with and that you know is going to run things the right way.
Yep.
Take advantage. You know, I tell guys all the time, don't just be comfortable fighting in your hometown.
Yeah.
Jump on the road and
exposure.
Yeah, get the experience and the exposure.
Yeah.
Everyone knows who you are.
Yep.
Valentine Woodburn was another one.
Mhm.
It doesn't matter. Val might not sell 100 tickets in Tallahassee, but there are 100 people who are cheering for Val when he fights.
People love Val, dude. That shit, whenever me and Naomi went out to South Dakota, random motherfuckers were just coming up and like, Valentine Woodburn, wow, Val. I'm like, yo.
Yeah.
And yeah, that was right after the Bo Nickel fight too. He was getting mad fan love, dude.
Yeah. It's dope. I mean, you know, that's really what it's about is like, it's as long as you can be personable and you can be friendly, smile, shake hands, you know, especially with the fans, because at the end of the day, without the fans, like we don't got this.
Yeah, for sure.
We got to have the fans. So making sure you're showing up to the fans, building that fan base, taking a second to show them love. I remember we were in Vegas and I was there. I went out there for Val. And after the press conference, everyone's like swarming him for pictures and stuff. And I'm like, yo, Val, I'm like, hey man, let's go. Cause he, you know, he had to like continue rehydrating and getting ready for his weight cut. And he's like, no, I'm good. Okay. For like an hour, this dude sat in the lobby of New York, signing autographs, taking pictures, and biggest smile on his face the whole time.
He loves that shit.
He loved it, you know?
Yeah.
And I think that's important that if you want to be a fan favorite, it's not just by knocking people out. It's when they want the pictures,
talk.
Yeah, show them love. Interact with the fans for sure. So we got to
South Florida. Pablo fight. So after that fight, I knew after that fight, like once I finished this kid, I'm going pro. Like that was my technically seventh amateur fight. And I was like, all right, I'm 22 years old, or technically I was 21 at the time. I'm like, all right. I've always told myself I want to go pro by 22. So I was like, all right, this is the time to go pro. I went on, got the mic, called my shit, and then we made it happen in St. Pete. Now I got a fight against Peyton Hayes out of Nashville MMA, which was it was a good fight. I almost could have finished him, but
lessons still being learned even as a pro.
But I'm just honored, I don't know, to be in it at such a young age, because you only got a short window in this game, and I want to take advantage of that shit.
What did it so you know, a lot of people I don't think a lot of people would have taken that pro debut that you took. You know, he was a little
he was a weight class above me, but
coming down to 25. He was also Dustin Ortiz's, who is a former UFC flyweight, pretty successful UFC flyweight. Little prodigy. And you took it on short notice. It was a kind of a short notice fight,
like 3-4 weeks or something like
that. For a pro debut, though, I think a lot of guys say they want 6-8 weeks. What allowed you to be able to do that?
I mean, I'm always working. Like no matter what, I'm always working. And once I got the contract, I was working already. Like I was ready to fight on any card. If someone pulled out or whatever, I was ready to fight. And then I got that opportunity. I think it was like a few opponents, but I chose him because I was like, all right, this is like, seems like one of the tougher cats out of the thing, and I don't want to fight a fucking bum. I was like, all right, this he's got like 16 amateur fights. That's cool. And in Nashville, they don't wear shin pads or anything. So I was like, so tough kid, but I just knew I could win that fight. It was a very winnable fight. So I was like, well, let's run it. Like,
so explain to me, I want to hear what was going through your head. There was a moment in the fight in the first round.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty happy the way the fight turned out. Yeah, because I think it's good. You got the experience of filling 3 5-minute rounds and knowing you can do that. And you set a pretty high pace as well. But tell me what happened in that first round. You almost finished the guy.
Man, I don't know how he ate those shits. man, so I unloaded on him with like kicks, and then that made him like start crumbling. And I was like, all right, there's a knee. And I'm like, I told Julian in the back. He was like, what type energy we on tonight? I'm like, I'm gonna hit this motherfucker with a flying knee. And then that opportunity presented itself. I fucking knee, and then I pushed him off, and I think I like punched and kicked, and then he like bent down, and I threw another knee. Dude, he like straight up dropped, and I was like, all right, it's over. I threw my hands up, started walking away. I was like, oh, he's getting back up. And I was like, God damn it.
Listening to your corner, it was so funny.
Angel was losing his mind.
Well, Angel went from relax, Timmy, relax, because you were unleashing and you were landing, and but it was kind of chaotic.
Mhm.
It was like a 20-second span of moments.
Yeah.
And he's yelling, relax, Timmy, relax, settle down. And then he just like, you heard him, he's like, go, Timmy, go, Timmy, go. And then you drop him and you put your hands in there. He's like, no, Timmy, no.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
He was so upset and so mad. It had me cracking up too.
Dude, that video when I got it after, I was like, wow, Angel lost his mind. That was awesome.
Yeah. So your takeaway from that, you got the 3 5-minute rounds.
My takeaway is don't stop till the ref fucking pulls me off.
Yeah.
Drill a hole through them.
You thought you were gonna have your first walk-off KO,
That would have
though.
been crazy. Made for a great clip and a great photo.
Yeah. You have your hands up, and the ref's like, what's going on? Like,
Yeah.
I'm not stopping this yet.
A few more shots he would have been done. But
Yeah, I think if he'd have came down with some hammer fist,
yeah.
the ref. And that's the thing too, guys. It's not always for the referees. An important thing to keep in mind is it's optics, right?
Mhm.
And if they see a guy fall, and what happened was he fell with his hands up, but he immediately turned to face Timmy. Like,
Yeah.
he didn't just fall and like turn away. Fall and turn away, ref's probably stopping it. Fall and face, ref's probably gonna let the fight keep going. But if the ref sees someone crumble and then they hear someone coming, like screaming and with a big hammer fist,
Yeah, they're probably gonna stop.
they're going to stop it, whether they're landing or not. Honestly, if they're hitting their shoulder, doesn't matter. It's a scary moment for the referee.
Yeah, when someone's hurt and they're getting active.
Yeah. So, but yeah, that was dope. I like I said, I'm glad you got those 3 5-minute rounds.
Yeah, a lot of people don't go all 3 rounds within their first like 5 pro fights. So it's like it was good that I went all 15 minutes because it's good for myself. I know I can go 15 minutes and not be gassed. Like, I didn't even really feel tired of that fight. In the last round, I was just holding him down because I'm like, he can't do nothing. Why am I gonna go and play the striking game when I'm winning so easily with wrestling and this? So I'm just held him down the last like round, basically.
Yeah.
Take down, hold him down. If he got up, just strike a little bit, take it on him again. And just
Yeah. And that's something that we've been guilty of as a promotion. So we started the promotion, and the first like 20 events, we'd give guys that were big ticket sellers like easy fights.
Yeah.
It's easy fights. And then we realized, like, man, we're not really doing these guys any justice. Like, we're just making them think they're better than they are.
Yeah.
And not having them deal with adversity. So we stopped giving amateurs easy fights. And then when we started our pros, we kind of became guilty of the same thing. Like, hey, the guys who came up with us, let's give them the first couple fights. Kind of easy. That's something that makes sense for them and that can help build their career. And then, now we're turning into this new phase in the last year or so where it's like,
you gotta fight tough fuckers.
It's not we want guys to be successful long term and to make it. So it doesn't do you any good as a fighter if you're taking 3 or 4 easy fights off bat. I get it. If you're making your pro debut, maybe you don't want to fight, a guy who's 2-2 because he does have the experience or whatever, but you should be fighting someone else who's 0-0, 0-1, 1-0, had a similar amateur record as yours, because that's how you're going to grow and get better in your fights. You know, the lessons you learned in your pro debut would never have happened if you fought someone who was 0-5 and you would have smashed first round.
Yeah. That's a thing. I feel like a lot of dudes, they take a bunch of easy fights and then they'll get to the top level or like a high promotion or something like that, and then they'll get smashed because they don't have that experience going with someone that's better than them, or not, or if not, have the same skill set as them.
Yeah.
It's like, you gotta work your way up with fights. I feel like you gotta, like your first 2 fights, all right, easy pro fight, or not easy, but someone that can hurt you, but not, you're the favorite basically, and then start working your way up. Like if you fight bum after bum after bum after bum, and you get to like 6-0, 7-0, that doesn't do shit for you. You're gonna get to the highest level, and then you're gonna get smashed. It's like,
Yeah.
for me personally, I don't want to fight like bum after bum after bum. Like I'm okay with a few like easy opponents, but I want to fight guys that are, if not the same skill set, better than me. Like I want to know I could beat these guys, because when I get to UFC, PFL, whatever, I want to know I could hang with these dudes and do work on these dudes, you know?
Yeah. No, I think that's really important. I think that if you really want to be successful in the fight game, there is no more of this your first 3 or 4 fights being easy. It should be tough dudes out the gate. And it's up to you. Like I always say, if I was a pro athlete, I would want my debut to be against someone that's like a 60-40 fight. Like I'm 60, they're 40. But you got to have the fight IQ in the team to identify that as well, because that 60-40 balance could really be 60-40 their way. Like, okay, maybe the 60-40 is, hey, my jiu-jitsu is really good, so I think I can submit this guy.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, this guy's got really good takedown defense, and I can't get him down, and his striking's better than mine. So if I implement my game plan, I'm 60-40. But if he implements his, he's 60-40.
Yeah.
So it's like you got to be smart in taking those right fights that you think the matchups are correct for you and your team. But yeah, we're like, we're just like you guys are learning and growing as athletes. We're learning and growing as a promotion about what's going to be best for the long term of your career.
Yeah.
And what we think, we're going to offer you fights that we think that's the case. Now, again, stuff's going to happen, man, where you lose an opponent on fight week and you put in all the work, you got your sponsors
For sure.
and we got to get in whoever we can get in.
Yep.
It is what it is. It's going to happen, but
especially at the pro level.
Yeah, especially
you start winning a lot, motherfuckers do not want to show up.
Yeah, no, that's for sure the case, man. I've seen that more and more. And
to Ramon quite a few times, right?
Oh yeah, and last minute, I mean, when he fought that poster up there, the Martin Day fight, he did not have an opponent, and I think a week out, Koslow hurt his knee or his rib,
something like that.
And then we moved Kostlow's opponent, Martin Day, to fight Ramon.
Yep.
And Ramon was ready. He was like, I'm staying ready, and that's an important thing too. You mentioned earlier, it's just staying ready. So many guys aren't making this a lifestyle; it's a hobby.
You got to be 100% in it.
Yeah.
It's the highest highs, lowest lows in this shit.
Yeah. It's so easy to sit back to and say, I'm going to be in the UFC. I'm doing everything. I'm grinding this and that. But if you're saying that, but you're going out on Friday and Saturday night, if you're saying that, but you're hitting happy hour and you're doing these things that you just are not serving your goals, then you're lying to yourself. And that's, I always say I don't like liars, but the most upsetting is to watch someone who just lies to themselves.
Yeah.
Like, you might trick your friends and family. They might, my buddy's going to be a UFC fighter, but they don't realize that, like, that's not true if you're going out and partying all the time and doing drugs, drinking.
Yeah. There's some odd, what's the word for it? Odd people like that, though, that are very successful and they could do that shit.
There's a handful of guys like that. You got your John Jones out there. But I mean, even look at Conor McGregor. He was super disciplined and super on top of it. And whenever he started partying and raging,
all that shit got to him.
Went downhill.
Coke Connor.
Yeah. I mean, it just, some people can get away with it, like the John Jones of the sport. But don't ever assume that you're that exception.
No.
Assume you're not the exception. Just assume you can't and you won't. And don't pretend like you're John Jones or Conor McGregor before you're John Jones or Conor McGregor.
For sure. No, those dudes wild dudes for sure.
Yeah. So man, as your fight career progressed, you have a lot of sponsors. Like I noticed you have a good amount of sponsors. When did that start for you? Like when did you start building your sponsor base?
Shoot, during like my second fight, basically second amateur fight, I started getting sponsors, and because this shit's hard to do without sponsors, and that little extra cash definitely helps out, especially running a business. Once I'm fighting, like I have a fight booked, and it's like that last 2 weeks, I don't do any cars. I'm focused. I'm like locked in on a fight. So it's like that sponsor money definitely helps. So you've helped me get a lot of sponsors too. A lot of I just met so many people through this game and like cleaning cars and stuff that they'll find out I fight and then they'll be like, how do I support? How do I do this? And I'm like, let me tell you, actually, I'll be make a little trade. I throw your stuff on my shorts or my shirt or whatever, a little bit of cash, and I just blow your stuff up on social media, and yeah.
So your second fight is when you started getting sponsors.
Yeah.
Who did you go to, or how did that happen? Explain that for some of the people who might not. Maybe they have 2 or 3 fights, they don't have any sponsors yet. Like, how did you get your first sponsor?
So I think I hit up all my buddies. A lot of my buddies run businesses, like little small businesses and stuff. I hit all of them up. I hit like family and stuff up, and I'm like, hey, I'm making this my MMA fight. I'm like, I really want this to be my career. I'd love if you could sponsor me or help support this. I could throw your logo on the back. And a lot of people also, they just reached out to me. They'll see I fight, and then they'll be like, hey, how do we support? How can I do this? I'm like, all right, heck yeah. And that also clean cars, dude. I've gotten like 3 or 4 sponsors just off like detailing cars. People, they have businesses, and they're like, this kid comes early as shit, cleans my car, trains, works hard. They're like, yeah, I'll support you.
Nice. So again, social media is a window into your life.
Mm-hmm.
So I would guess that these people are seeing that window into your life. They're following you. They're seeing what you're doing. It's big, man. If someone tells me or asks me for some kind of sponsorship or to support something, the first thing I'm going to look at is I'm going to go look at their page, and I'm going to see what are they posting, how do they want to represent themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And if they're if their first photo is them flicking off the camera, if they're, their second photo is them partying, holding up a bottle of Ciroc, it's like, you got money for Ciroc? What you need my money for?
Right.
And, oh, you got money to go out and party. What do you need my money for?
Mm-hmm.
So guys, be smart and don't be putting out crazy content if you're trying to get sponsors. If you're trying to get a sponsor and I see you wearing a Gucci hat, I'm good. You got money. You don't need my money.
Yeah.
And I know other business owners are doing the same thing. I know it's not like Timmy said, people saw him coming super early to clean the cars. He's motivated. They see him in training. They don't have to look very deep into Timmy to see this guy's dedicated. So if you want sponsors, you got to be dedicated. You got to be living that life and making, other business owners realize that like you're serious about this game.
Yeah.
About how many sponsors do you have now?
Hold on, turn around.
Let me turn around for you.
Oh wait, that one don't have it.
No.
I think like 8 or something, 8 or 9 sponsors or something like that. I got a list of them actually.
There you go.
Little shit.
Lance Maxwell, Ultrax, Outdoor Expression, Johnny's Marina, Retro.
So that like 8 sponsors. Yeah. And all those people that are like homies or stuff like that, they found out my stuff. They went on my stuff, found out what I do, and then they're like, all right. And you've obviously helped with a few of them, which I'm very grateful for. Yeah. It's not.
He gives advice to a lot of people. Everybody don't take it.
Yep, he does give out a lot of advice. A lot of people don't listen.
Yeah, and
I listened.
I know people might think that, again, I say Timmy's like my third child, and I'm giving him special treatment. I don't. I just don't. I give him the same advice. I tell people all the time they can hit me up. They can ask me questions.
Mm-hmm.
For those of you that don't know, I grew up in a double wide trailer.
Polk County.
In Polk County. Broke as shit. My parents both worked a lot of jobs to provide for us. They didn't teach me anything about financial literacy. I learned all that on my own. Again, double wide trailer, legit holes in the floor of the trailer.
Watermelon farmer.
Watermelon farming. At 10 years old, I was out picking in the fields, and I figured it out on my own. Like I didn't have anybody giving me a hand up, and that's why I know how hard it is. But I also know how to do that. Like I wasn't just given combat night. I wasn't given a bunch of money one day and told
work for all that shit.
I grinded for it. So I understand what it takes to do it. And I want to be able to like give that advice to the next generation to help them out where I didn't have that. So that advice is offered to everybody. I'm always dropping tidbits on my gram.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm always telling guys to hit me up, shoot me a message. And I would say probably every year, a dozen guys will reach out to me and ask for advice or send me their packages and say, hey, what do you think about this?
I'm sure those dozen guys are doing something.
Yeah, it's guys like
something right.
John Morea. It's guys like Brian Santiago. It's guys like you. They're taking advantage of it. And again, you know, I think people, especially now coming into the fold, might say, oh, you know, he's lucky, or he just, you know, oh, he's got it easy, or this and that. But man, I have literally clawed my way to where I am right now. And if I'm being honest, I don't think I'm shit. Like, I still got a long way to go where I'm trying to get. And I still got a lot to learn as well. So if I can help out people along the way, and honestly, it helps me too. Like, you know, watching you guys grind for your dreams and your goals, it like reminds me of why I'm doing this and what I'm doing, and that I still got a long way to go. So, yeah, Timmy just took advantage of it. Like I said, there have been so many people along the way that I've even given advice to, and I've given free. I mean, just I go have coffee with guys every week.
Yeah.
Lucas LaRue is another one that I love talking with. Jeremy Williams is a guy I've talked with quite a bit. Mikey Conlin. I don't care if you're at the Jungle. I don't care if you're at Fusion. I don't care if you're at Dark Wolf. I do not care what gym you're at. It's no different for me. You know, some of my favorite guys are at, I train mostly at Fusion, and they're at rival gyms, like where they kind of like, they always want to fight each other. And I don't care. I've even had situations where I've had one guy that's like these two guys are fighting each other. One guy's at my house on Monday. Another guy's at my house on Tuesday. I don't care.
Yeah.
Like, I've been in the sport for so long. My morals are so intact with it. I would never share someone's game plan or try to sell someone out under the bus. Even Timmy.
He hold miss. That's about it.
Yeah. I've never given Timmy, I've never said, hey, your guy does this. Hey, your guy's going to do that.
Nope.
You know, even if I didn't even know the last guy he fought, had no connection with him whatsoever, but that's not my job. Yeah. My job is not to tell Timmy how to win a fight. If he can't figure that out on his own in 2025, probably not going to make it. I mean, you got to have that fight IQ to figure that out on your own, or connect with the right people to help you figure that out. I don't want to be a part. I will not be a part of that for any fighter. And not just because of the morals of it all, especially for now, if you ain't fighting for me, if Timmy goes and fights for any other promotion, we game planning.
Yeah.
All right. We in the lab. And that goes for anybody. You know, Ari is another one that I've given a lot of love to, and I want to see her do very well in her career. And when she fights outside of us, we're breaking it down, as much as possible. And the same thing goes for anyone who fights.
Shoot, what was the amateur though? One amateur fight you got to corner me in Fort Myers.
Yeah, Fort Myers.
That one was dope.
Yeah, it wasn't my promotion.
No, you got the corner.
So, and I game plan. I don't care at that point. I don't care. But if it's for combat night, if you're fighting, you know, I look at all you guys as like, I want as fair as playing field as possible for both parties. And you guys have teams, you guys have coaches. That's who you should be figuring it out with. So, guys, if you got you need anything, don't hesitate to hit me up. I'm literally an open book for any fighter that's looking for help, whether it's women. Good luck. They're all the same. The fight game, whatever it is, I want to help you guys out, and I want to help you guys be successful. So we talked about sponsors. We talked about how you got to where you are. We talked about your business. What would you say is, so far you've been in the sport for about 6 years? What is one of your funniest moments you've had inside the training room?
Man, I don't even. Fusion is. Oh my God, dude. There's so many funny moments that happen every time you show up in that gym. Let's see. There's people always trying to fight each other. Oh, I know oh my God. Oh, where I put the giant to sleep, dude.
I just thought about that.
Dude. Yep. Tap, bro.
So what happened?
So he was like, no, he was on his phone. He was doing like some social media. I don't know what he was doing. He's like, no one wants to smoke. No one wants it. And I'm like, oh. He's like, look at everyone sitting down. Look at everyone sitting down. I'm like, I'm going to run on his back and choke him out. But I thought he was going to tap, but he didn't tap.
Did not. And it was standing too.
Yeah, I thought I was going to die.
Yeah, he jumped on his back. I was there for it.
He was cool with it though. So
yeah, he thought it was funny.
Yeah.
Which is even crazier.
Yeah. That shit was scary.
I'll tell you a funny training moment I had with Timmy. There's just like really lame. It's actually really tricky. Like a back trip. There's a back trip takedown that people hit, and it's kind of like I don't want to say it's disrespectful, but it's kind of disrespectful. Like you hit it on somebody, it's almost like an emote. Like you're just like, like I really hit you with that takedown. So Timmy goes for it in training. This is a long time ago. It's probably like 4 or 5 years ago.
When I first came to Fusion.
Yeah, a long time ago. And when he goes for it, I just end up on his back.
Dude.
and I choke him. And make it even better, someone was filming.
And it was a good quality camera.
Great quality cameras, like an FX3. So the quality of it is perfect. And I got Timmy good. And like right when I put the choke in, Timmy like turned and looked at the camera.
Oh shit.
So he's like bug-eyed. And because like Timmy fights chokes, man. Like if you submit Timmy, you got a good submission. And it was just hilarious because he thought he was gonna get me with this, and then it turns out I got him. And yeah, that was a good one for Timmy for me, man. I enjoyed that moment. I have that video saved in my phone. I might need to go back and make it clip out of it.
There too.
Yeah, that was a good one. What's been so far in the sport? You know, are there any guys in the gym that you kind of look up to that have given you any guidance?
There's a lot of guys, man. There's like, I've been introduced to so many people throughout this game. There's like a lot of guys I get guidance from. All my training partners, bro. It's like there's so many people that come in and out of Fusion. I mean, you've honestly been like the most I've got guidance from. Angel as well.
I noticed Charles Johnson seems to kind of take you under his wing.
Charles Johnson is definitely a blessing getting to train with a high level UFC fighter, because like this dude, he's where I want to be at. Like since like I get to work with this dude, it's like hell yeah, I know I can do something with it.
Mm-hmm.
He's done a lot, and even guys like Kozlo, Ramon, all these guys. It's like seeing them come up through combat night and then be at the highest level UFC. It's like all this shit's possible.
Yeah.
Yeah, and obviously fucking Julian, he's definitely helped me a lot. He's never asked for anything, just clean his car, he lets me train.
Yeah.
It
was funny, I was there. I heard Julian when you were getting ready, because Julian is very if you get a belt from him, and I think a lot of people in Central Florida are like this, they're very prideful of their pedigree and where they come from.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't want to pass that pedigree along and put their name on you unless they're just 100% know you got it. And going into your pro debut, Julian also, I always wonder if he's got some kind of mental disorder. And I say this because there's not many people you meet that just say whatever they're thinking.
Yeah, he don't give no filter.
There's no filter. It does not matter. I've seen people walk into the gym after a loss where they like got out grappled, and they walk in the middle of class, and he'll turn and see him. He'll be like, "Everybody, let's give so-and-so a round of applause for getting held down their entire fight. Not like we know how to grapple over here at Fusion."
Yeah.
And everyone started clapping, and they're like, "Oh, he's roasting them." So no filter. Whenever you were going into your pro debut, I heard him haze you a couple of times.
A little bit.
Now, what did that do for you? Did that make you want to prove him wrong?
It's a little bit like that. It's like a little motivation. It's like this motherfucker really thinks I can't do this shit. Hold up.
Yeah.
It's like a little fire.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite things about the environment over there is that there is the typical gym is very PC, I guess. It's like, oh, don't post videos of sparring, and don't do this or don't do that. No, but over at Fusion, it really is like there's nothing off the table.
Yeah,
everything's being said. Even if you win your fight, if you did talk shit, you're still getting roasted for the mistakes you made in your fight.
Yeah,
I love that.
This is very true.
Yeah.
No. Hey, after this one, he ain't talking no shit though, so it was good. I did good.
No, you did really good. I mean, it's kind of hard to talk shit with how well the entire fight went.
People say I'm his I look like him and Lucas had a baby.
Yes, very much. I agree as well. I get that. It's not just you though, or just them. It's like Angel too. Like I see you in a lot of these guys, so it's really funny. But Julian especially, you have the same skin tone and all and everything.
He hates that shit.
Yeah,
he hates being caught.
But you're Egyptian, right?
I'm Egyptian.
Are you full-blooded
Egyptian, purebred.
Okay. Have you ever been to Egypt?
When I was younger, I don't really remember it. I want to go back one day. I'll definitely be cool out there. I got a bunch of family and stuff over there, so it'd definitely be a cool little experience. Now I can remember and do stuff.
Maybe we need to plan a trip out there. Maybe not right now. I don't know about right now, but maybe when things die down in 20 years or so, we can just make a trip to Egypt.
Beautiful out there. I know that for sure.
Yeah. I can imagine the food's really good too. You brought me a plate from your family here, and it was amazing. So I can only imagine over there how good it is.
Great leaves and kofta and stuff like that.
Yeah.
All good stuff.
Dope. So one last thing about fighting, and then we kind of at the end of each podcast, we go over some videos, ask you a couple of questions.
All right.
Where did you get the signature from? Number one, I like it because everyone, the cage entries, like, I always say it's important to like build your own brand or do your own thing.
Yeah.
And it's hard nowadays to do anything that someone else hasn't done.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and the trolls on social media, the guys sitting in their mom's basement begging for meatloaf that'll never do anything with their life. They see you do a bow and arrow motion. It's like, oh, you're gay. Oh, you want to be Pereira. And it's like, or maybe he just does this too. Before Pereira ever did that, Socrates Pierre in Tallahassee was doing that.
No way.
Yeah, he's done that forever. So it's like, if he did that right, if he was still fighting, he did that, people would make fun of him and say
you're copying
he
him.
copied it. But it's like, no, he's done this for as long as I've known him.
Yeah.
But you have something very unique.
Yeah.
You signed the cage. Every time you get in it. What's going on there?
It's like signing a check, before you got to make that shit mine before I get in that thing,
Okay. So you're like marking your territory.
Yeah, basically. I'm like, all right, this is my cage tonight.
Nice. I like that. Like I said, you're the only fighter I've seen do it.
Yeah.
Now, the unfortunate thing is if someone gets to the UFC and starts doing that before you, now you stole it from them.
Fuck.
Even if you did it before them. But I like it. I like the style and the uniqueness to it, because I think out of all the fights we've had, we're probably peaking around 4,000, 5,000 fights now. Right. You're the only fighter
sign the cage
to sign the cage.
Yeah.
Whenever you get in.
I don't know. It's just something I just did, and I was just like, all right, every time, just make that shit mine.
Did you do that in your first fight with Shane?
Fuck no.
That's what
it was, bro.
You messed up.
Fuck.
Yeah, I remember that in you did that in Jacksonville, right? The first time you fought.
Yeah.
So, so now as we start closing the segment, do you want to go ahead and do some reaction videos? Get a couple of those queued up. Which one do you want to go with first, Raina?
We got the baseball one.
Baseball.
All right, let's do baseball first. This is
we're looking at that monitor.
Yeah, this is recent event. Just happened. We got Karen in the outfield.
Wow,
so he gets the baseball for his son. Sweet moment. The guy's face.
Damn. He just took the ball from a little jit. That's
crazy. Do you have the pre-moment? So the ball actually gets hit into a crowd of people.
She's a Karen.
Yeah, see if it'll just replay. Look, great moment with his kid. It wasn't like he took it out of this lady's hand, which I thought was going to be the case.
Why couldn't she just let the jit have it? Why he put in his bat so hard? Damn.
That is what's wrong.
Why you taking things from a little jit, bro?
Right. And not only that, but like the ball literally landed in a group of people. This guy got it.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no like I touched it first, but I didn't get a hold of it, so that's mine. No, this is America. Okay. First come, first serve. And he goes back and gives it to his kid, and that's the worst part.
Is like probably so sad.
Yeah. Imagine
like, yeah, oh, it's like when I'm about to give my dog a treat.
Now, the cool thing about social media and the age of social media is that I won't be surprised if the Phillies bring this kid to a game and like hook him up with a baseball or something.
Lifetime tickets or some shit.
Yeah, because that's the age that we're in right now, is that age of like hooking up families with stuff. But man, I couldn't have been more again, when I first saw it, I was like, man, I thought this guy snatched it out of her hand and went and gave it to his kid. I was like, what a prick. And then you see the beginning of it where it was actually just a free ball, and whoever grabbed it, and he ran and gave it to his son. What an awesome like father-son moment.
Yeah.
Baseball game. I got a home run ball for you.
Ruined by Karen.
Oh, Karen. And as soon as I saw her haircut, I should have known better. I should have known. When I saw the hair, I should have been like, you know what? I bet she's at fault for this. I bet it's not his fault.
Yeah.
And turns out, it was her fault. She was just being a Karen.
Last week, the Polish senator or whatever snatched the ball cap in tennis.
In Wimbledon.
Yeah. Now he did snatch it.
He did. Well, the tennis player signed something for the kid, gave it to the kid, took his hat off, and like went up to give it to the kid, and he was turning to like do something else.
Who's the guy that took it?
He ended up being like a Polish politician.
Yeah, Polish politician. And there's actually a really funny AI generated like reply of like, yeah, first come, first serve. You better learn in this world to be fast. If you're not the fastest, you're this and that. It was hilarious, but it's just like, man, it is 2025. There are cameras everywhere.
Yeah.
Just know if you're going to be a prick, if you're
It's
going to be
get caught,
it's going to get caught,
especially in public.
Yeah, especially in public. There's no hiding from it.
Mm-mm.
Especially in the combat night cage.
Yeah.
You know, we'll let them be the judge. So this was the knockout I was talking about earlier.
4-second KO.
And it's probably quicker than 4 seconds.
For real.
Yeah, it's pretty fast. There we go.
Little big man
That's the old school.
Shit.
I was little. Josh was big.
Oh,
Very creative of us to come up with a little big man entertainment.
damn.
Yep.
2012. I didn't even know nothing about this game.
Yep. I still think this is the fastest knockout today. And if we really went off the real time, it's not 4 seconds. It's like 2 seconds.
What is that? The moon?
The
Yeah,
moon.
it's the moon.
Yeah. Larry Folsom.
Damn.
Old school, no goatee.
Damn, it was puffy gloves. That's how old it is.
Mm-hmm.
Oh! Damn, his arm's out.
Done. That was quicker than 4 seconds. I don't care what anyone says.
Yo.
Took 4 seconds to stop the clock.
Yeah. The person was in shock for 2 seconds is what it was.
He's still.
Oh, yeah. Out. Bro, that check hook.
I bet they were going wild in there.
Well, he's hometown boy.
Oh, they were not going
They
wild.
were going wild.
Really?
They were mad. And Culpepper was just hyping them up.
Damn, that venue looks so different now.
Oh, yeah. We set it up way different. It's the same venue. We just set it up
Yeah,
way
I know.
different. Look at that. And he came out like he wanted to touch gloves. And then he tried to punch him. And he just, check
That didn't
hook.
happen to me.
Oh, C4.
Yeah. Capital City Combat Club. Boom.
Damn.
Yeah, that's definitely like 2 seconds.
Yeah. 1, 2. That's in slow motion. Maybe in slow motion, it was 4 seconds.
Damn.
So,
Starch that boy.
lesson learned. Don't try to cheat the glove touch.
Yeah.
And man, he got caught by a real one. That check hook was so nasty. I remember, I'll never forget how loud, because even though it was hometown boy, it was like, oh, everyone was going nuts. And then Culpepper was just, oh man, he went to the back and was screaming in the locker room like, I'll call you boys up, like y'all don't want none.
Yeah. In Tallahassee, that's wild.
And then he called out Ralph,
Okay.
and he
Did they
fought
fight?
Ralph. Ralph beat him.
Okay.
Close decision. Honestly, could have went either way. It was a very good
Amateur.
fight. Amateur for a belt.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, that was such a. I would like to put a time. Was there a timer up on that? They said how long? When the knockout happened? How fast? Yeah, it was like 2 seconds, man. The only person I can think of that has a faster knockout in Florida, maybe just as fast, would be Luis Hernandez. He's fighting for us in South Florida on October 11th.
He's the
He
guy that Sean Strickland video, right?
Yeah, so that.
Yeah.
But he also head kicked Brian Top.
Okay.
Nasty head kick right off. He came out with his hand out,
Pierce.
and I think Titan
Okay.
came out, and I think Top came out kind of lazy to touch his glove, but that's his stance. He came out with like a long stance, kind of like Kyle Hamill,
Checked out.
and just threw a left kick, boom, and right away was
Damn.
out. So, and I still think Quentin's knockout was quicker than that. It was pretty nasty.
That was fast.
Yeah.
That was very fast. That'd be crazy having that quick of a knockout. I feel like that'd be like blue balls. I feel like you'd be like, damn, I worked all fucking 6 weeks for that. That's crazy.
I'm sure it's a crazy feeling to knock someone out that fast. I've never, I have 11 pro fights, and I've never knocked anybody out. So I wouldn't know. I've happened in sparring by accident. Obviously, you don't want to knock out your sparring partner. So I've dropped someone in sparring. And even then, like, there's like the initial burst of like, oh my God, like Thanos. And then it's like, oh my God, are you okay? I'm sorry.
Oh shit.
But in a fight, I've gotten TKOs, verbal submissions, but I couldn't imagine just putting someone out cold.
Saw that one fight the dude got this past weekend in the UFC. The dude got kicked, the calf kick KO.
Oh man, how many times did he get calf kicked? I
Dude.
missed that fight. I didn't get to see it live. I just saw the highlight.
He got kicked like probably like fucking 10 times maybe.
Hard though.
Yeah, that dude was throwing everything in that thing.
I felt bad, man. He had to get wheelchaired out of the
Yeah.
cage. He couldn't even stand up. I wonder if he ended up having a broke leg or if he just, because sometimes you kill that nerve
Yeah.
and it doesn't matter. You know, Chandler in his fight where his leg was like flopping around. Sometimes you just kill that nerve and it's nothing you can do.
No muscle or not. What is it? Muscle memory?
Nah, no muscle. It just like kills your muscle. I don't
Yeah.
know. Like it kills that nerve and you get like that drop foot, you know, where you can't do anything. So we got a couple of questions we always end with.
Yeah.
You probably heard them. I know you've watched a few podcasts. 100 men versus 1 gorilla. Who wins? And how many men are dying?
100 men are gonna win.
How many you think get killed?
At least a third of them.
Are you handpicking the men, or do they be going inside Walmart and picking 100?
I don't know, man. If you go inside Walmart, you might get some. I don't know. Maybe, hopefully, there's some like strong motherfuckers in there.
Some country bumpkins.
Yeah, depends what part of which Walmart you go to, I guess. You go to Walmart on Colonial, they ain't winning.
Got to go to Walmart in like Tallahassee or
man.
Country Town.
Dude.
Find some Lance Maxwell's walking around there.
They'd win for sure.
Okay. Now, 108-year-olds versus 1 Timmy.
108-year-olds?
Yep.
That's a lot of 100 people is a lot of people. I don't know, man.
That's 100 Cadens. For reference.
Are they all running at me at the same time?
Yep. They all get running at the same time.
Shit, man. I don't know. What do you think?
I think if it's 108-year-olds, I know that their determination and their false sense of ability,
They ain't gonna stop.
They're not. They're gonna come at you. Like you might hurt, you know, the first 10 or 12, but I think they're gonna keep coming.
I don't know, man. The 8-year-olds might get me.
I
hope not, but fuck.
It might. I mean, I honestly think it also depends on the 8-year-olds, but you know, 108-year-olds that are just like Caden size and have, you know, in their brain they think they can really beat you.
That's like 80 pounds running at you and 100 of them.
Yeah.
Fuck. Exactly. If we were your size, just get off me, motherfucker.
It's harder to move though when you're a big boy. You got cardio is gonna be an issue at that point. But if Caden bites, you got one Caden on one Achilles biting it. You got another Caden on the other Achilles biting it, and then you got one on your balls. Like, bro, that's I don't know. I think 108-year-olds is a tough matchup for. I think like a Pradea, 108-year-olds no problem. Like 185, 220-pound man that's like lean and in shape, cardio killer. But I think for like smaller people like us, it's rough. And I think even bigger dudes, it can be a little rough. Let's pretend like that's not an option, because the men would get this. The men would be scared of a gorilla too. That's going to be a factor for sure. So let's say 108-year-olds on meth. Yeah, he is. He's 70 pounds. Caden, ask him.
Chat.
Does Caden got any questions for us? But yeah, well, Caden, what do you think? Do you think 100 Cadens could beat up 1 Timmy? Let's see what the 8-year-old has to say.
Dude tries to beat me up every time he sees me. Bro.
He's gonna say yes.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I'm sure he is. Their sense of ability is very unique. While we're waiting on him to give us an answer, I think that's it. That's really it, man. We end with that question. You want to give a shout out to anybody? Show anybody some love?
Love you, Naomi. There we go. Got it again. I got a list of sponsors. Let me hold on. Let me pull them up real quick. Got to show the sponsors some love.
Caden says yes.
So there you go. Caden says
sure,
yes.
bro.
He can whoop you.
I'm
100 of them.
Fuck.
Jonathan Abdelshehid said no, shout out.
Oh, that's my brother. I think I already shouted you out,
Yeah,
bro.
bro. He shouted you out earlier.
Go on a run.
Sounds like somebody wasn't listening to the whole podcast, Johnny boy.
I got sponsors. We got Lance Maxwell, McKinley Roofing, Outdoor Expressions, Retro Grappler, Top Care Detailing. I can't say that. All Tracks Land and Site, Johnny's Marine, Axios Construction, and yeah, those are my sponsors. Those are some of the people that help make this possible. Obviously, shout out everyone on the Combat Night crew. Yeah,
Yeah. So guys, if you don't already follow Timmy, you can find him on Instagram at
Tim Abdel.
Tim.Abdel or just Tim Abdel?
Tim.Abdel.
There
Or
you
if you
go.
need your car clean, Top Care Detailing.
There you go, man.
Hit me up.
If you need your car clean, please hit Timmy up. If you found out that Timmy details cars on his podcast and you let him know, I will cover $20 of your detail. So you hear that right now. If you found out about, if you never had your car washed by Timmy before and you found out about his detailing service today on the podcast, I just want to see if this is a good outlet for marketing for fighters businesses. So if you found out today, I'll cover $20 of your car wash. Hit Timmy up, get your car washed.
Sure.
Follow him on Instagram. Follow Combat Night, guys. Every Sunday, we plan on being in here and running a podcast with some up and coming fighter. And before you know it, we'll also be having outside experts, doctors, conditioning coaches. We're building stuff like that right now. I believe here soon we're going to have a guy named Hank Porche, who is a mentor of mine.
That's going to be a real good podcast.
Yeah, Hank is very knowledgeable, is a very smart man, and we're going to have him in here in studio, talk about the fight game.
That dude knows a lot about this sport.
Yep. So anything else, Timmy?
No, just next Combat Night, October 11th. That's just going to be wild.
Oh, yeah. We got a lot of high-level fighters from Roman Feraldo, Ace of 10 Powell, Luis Hernandez. Wonky's fighting on that card. You don't want to miss that one. We got some crazy matchups, some crazy stylistic matchups. If, in my opinion, that October 11th card will be the best card of 2025. On paper, 100% the best card of 2025.
South Florida boys always come to fight.
They'll fight their grandma.
Yeah, they don't give a fuck.
I always say that. It's like when you start up in Tallahassee, they're like, oh, I don't want to fight that gym because I know their cousin. And one time we went to a movie together. And then like in Jacksonville, it's like, yeah, I kind of like that guy and they don't want to train as much. And then Orlando, it's like, I don't like that gym, but, I'd rather not because I'm friends with it. But once you get down to Miami,
they don't give a fuck.
They'll fight their grandma.
Yeah.
I'm not joking. It is the easiest card to match.
It's not even get to Fort Pierce. They'll fight their teammates.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Fort Pierce too. So once you get down to Fort Pierce and below, these guys are game and hungry to fight any and everybody. And I love it. I love it because one, it makes the matchmaking very easy and very fun because there's nothing off limits. I always say that it's funny because there's a lot of promotions. There's not a lot of promotions throughout the state, but in South Florida, there's a lot of promotions. And the reason why a lot of these promotions are able to survive and be down there is because of how those fighters are. Mm-hmm. Those same promotions come up and try to do a show in Tampa, Orlando, Jacksonville. They're failing. They won't even make it. Yeah. And I know that because, like I said, we do events in all these places. But
shoot, there's not really even any promotion right now in South Florida.
No, I mean, you got some. There's some promotions down there. Trash promotions, but they're down there.
Yeah.
I ain't afraid to say it.
We ain't no boss.
No. My last real competition was Daniel K with XFN. I will say that he was like a real competitor when it came to running events. Daniel K runs a top-notch show. Yeah. As much as me and him didn't get along, and we were somewhat rivals quite a bit. He was a promotion that I would tell guys if they were looking for to fight for someone else, go fight for Daniel K. Go fight for XFN because they're going to give you a quality event. They're going to give you a good show. They're going to put on nice production and give you good videos of your stuff. You're going to feel like you're taken care of when you fight for XFN. But since XFN closed their doors and Daniel K moved over to Tennessee to be a firefighter and start a family, yeah, man,
ain't really nothing down there.
Good luck anyone coming in and being competition to us at this point. And that's not because we're just idle and okay with where we're at. It's because we're constantly trying to grow 1-2% every single event. That's the goal, is to continue to grow. And I remember when Daniel K exited, it wasn't like, okay, we can chill. We don't have any competition. No, I doubled down. We
getting down there.
Yeah, even more. And now we're doing the pro events too, down there in South Florida. The first time in 5 years. The last time we did one was December 7th of 2019, I believe. And
someone's getting knocked out for sure. That small kids.
Oh yeah,
someone's getting knocked out.
You got no choice but to fight. I love it.
Yeah.
Well, that's it, guys. Hope everyone has a great day. We'll see you guys next Sunday. I will be out of the country, so Ramsey White will be running the podcast. I think we're going to have Hank Porche on. We'll see if we're able to lock that in for next Sunday. But until then, have a good one.
Peace.
Are you ready for Combat Night?